Hi my dear students, welcome to my biology class. Today we are going to learn about the rest of the phyla of the kingdom Animalia. In the previous class we have learned up to the phylum Annelida. Today we are going to learn about the phylum Arthropoda, the phylum Mollusca, the phylum Echinodermata and the phylum Hemichordata. These come under the category of non-chordates. First of all, let's learn about the phylum Arthropoda. Arthros means joints. Poda means appendage. Arthropoda means the animals with the jointed appendages. What's its meaning? Jointed appendages. It means that the animals belong to this phylum have jointed paired appendages. This is the largest phylum of kingdom Animalia, which mainly includes insects. Over 2/3 of the named species on the earth are arthropods. It includes not only insects but also other category of animals like arachnids, such as spiders, scorpions, etc. Then myriapods like millipedes and centipedes. Crustaceans like prawn and crab. So not only insects but also these category of animals are also come under the phylum Arthropoda, so that it is the largest phylum of the kingdom Animalia. Now let's study the common fundamental features of this phylum. The common fundamental features are, these are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, coelomate and segmented animals. Bilateral symmetry means the body can be divided into two identical halves in vertical plane. Then triploblastic means 3 germ layers like ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm are present during the embryonic stage. Coelomate means a true body cavity or coelom is present, and segmented animals. They do not have repeated segmentation in the body, but they have less segmentation in the body. The body has head, thorax and abdomen. The segmented body has head, thorax and abdomen. So we can say these are less segmented animals. They have organ system level of body organization. Almost all organ systems are well developed. They have circulatory system, nervous system, reproductive system, excretory system, etc. They are non-chordates as they do not possess a rod-like structure, notochord. They come under the group of non-chordates. They are also known as invertebrate. You might have seen the body of cockroaches, beetle or bug. They have hard exoskeleton. The exoskeleton of Arthropoda is made up of chitin, a complex sugar. So we can write they have chitinous exoskeleton. Next, let's think about the different organ system of the Arthropoda. First of all, respiratory organs. As it consists of different animals like insects, myriapods, crustaceans, etc., they have different types of respiratory organ. For example, spiders have a specific kind of respiratory organ, that is book lungs or book gills. Book lungs or book gills for spiders. Book lungs are located internally while book gills are present externally. So book gills are used for the exchange of gases externally. So as it looks like the pages of book, it is known as book gills or book lungs. Another one, tracheal system. Tracheal system is found in the most of the insect. So tracheal system is the respiratory organ of insect. Tracheal system. Next one, gills. Gills are the respiratory organs of the crustaceans like a prawn, crab, etc. Next one, circulatory system. Its circulatory system is open type. What does it mean? The blood is transported through the open sinuses or channels. There are no blood vessels to transport the blood through different parts of the body. Such type of blood vascular system is open type. It is commonly seen in insects. They have well developed sense organs. So what's the purpose of sense organs? To detect the stimuli of the environment, the surroundings. So they have different types of sense organs. So for example, antennae in some insects. Antennae. Some insects have compound eyes and some others have a simple eyes. So compound eyes or simple eyes. Balancing organs like statocysts are present in animals. These are the sense organs that are found in the animals of the phylum Arthropoda. They have well developed excretory system. The excretory organs are Malpighian tubules. These animals are dioecious animals or unisexual animals. Next point, dioecious or unisexual. It means that sexes are separate. Okay, fertilization is internal. It takes place in the body of the animals. Fertilization is a fusion of male gamete and female gametes. They are sexually reproducing organism. So fertilization internal. Development may be direct or indirect. Most of them are oviparous. Oviparous means they are egg-laying animals. Ova means egg. So they are oviparous. Oviparous means egg-laying. Now we can study some examples of the phylum Arthropoda. First of all, some economically important insects like Bombyx mori or silkworm, Apis indica or honeybee, Laxifer or lac insects. These three are economically important insects because the silkworm is used in silk industry for producing silks. Apis is used for honey production. The substance lac, which is obtained from the lac insect, has a lot of uses. It is used as one of the ingredients of folk medicines. It is used for the production of different types of jewelry and also it is used in varnish. The next one, Anopheles, Culex and Aedes mosquitoes. These are known as vectors. What are vectors? The animals that carry the disease causing pathogens from one animal to another animal. Those are known as vectors. These Anopheles mosquitoes spread the dangerous disease like malaria. Culex mosquito spread the diseases like Japanese encephalitis, filariasis, etc. Aedes mosquito spread the diseases like chikungunya, dengue fever, etc. The gregarious pest named Locusta, it causes severe damage in the crop. They live as colonies and they attack the crop as a colony or a group. The living fossil, the crustacean, the king crab, Limulus. So these are some important examples of the phylum Arthropoda. Next, let's study the characteristic features of the phylum Mollusca. This is the second largest phylum of the kingdom Animalia. Second largest phylum. These animals live both in aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. They have organ system level of body organization. That means almost all organ systems are well developed and the body has organ systems. And these are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, coelomate animals with unsegmented body. Here unsegmented body has no segmentation like head, thorax and abdomen like Arthropoda, but they have distinct head, visceral hump and muscular foot. The body has head, visceral hump and muscular foot. They are non-chordates as they do not have a notochord. So these are the common fundamental features of the phylum Mollusca. Next, specific features. Most of them have a soft body which is protected by calcareous shell. Soft body with a calcareous shell. Calcareous shell means the shell or the outer shell of the body of the animal is made up of calcium carbonate. Okay, the next one, the body is unsegmented but it has distinct head, visceral hump and muscular foot. Okay, the visceral hump is the major fleshy part of the skin. Over the visceral hump, this is visceral hump. Over the visceral hump, there is a layer of soft spongy layer of skin called mantle. In between the mantle and the visceral hump, there is a cavity which has gills. The feather-like gills, and it also has the muscular foot. This is the common diagrammatic representation of the body of what? The molluscans. Over the mantle there is outer shell, calcareous shell. Okay, below the outer shell there is a mantle, a spongy layer of skin. It has a cavity in between the mantle and the visceral hump, the major body mass. The mantle cavity has the feather-like gills and they have muscular foot. The muscular foot is used for locomotion. Then gills are used for respiration and excretion. The mantle and the outer shell are protective layers. Most of them have sensory tentacles at the anterior region of the head. Sensory tentacles. These sensory tentacles are found in the animals like octopus, and they also have file-like rasping organ called radula. Radula, rasping organ. The radula or rasping organ is found in the mouth that is used for feeding purpose. These animals are sexually reproducing animals. They are dioecious animals. Dioecious animals means sexes are separate and the fertilization is internal. Internal fertilization. Most of them are oviparous animals. Oviparous, it means that they are egg laying animals. The development is indirect with the larval stage. Okay, these are some specific features of the phylum Mollusca. So these are some examples of the phylum Mollusca. First one, Pila globosa or apple snail, Pinctada, pale oyster. Next one, Sepia or cuttlefish. Fourth one, Loligo or squid. Fifth one, octopus or devilfish. Sixth one, Aplysia or sea hare. Seventh one, Dendalium or tusk shell. Eighth one, Chaetopleura or chitin. The next phylum is the phylum Echinodermata. Echinos means hedgehog. Derma means skin. These are spiny bodied animals. Spiny bodied animals. Because these animals have endoskeleton that is made up of calcareous ossicles. Calcareous ossicles, so that the body is appeared as spiny bodied structure. They are appeared as spiny bodied structure. The next one is their habitat. All are marine animals. All marine. These have organ system level, of body organization, and they exhibit two kinds of symmetry. The larval stage exhibit the bilateral symmetry. Larvae exhibit bilateral symmetry, while the adults exhibit radial symmetry. So bilateral symmetry means body can be divided into two identical halves. Radial symmetry means body can be divided into two equal halves when it is cut any plane passing through its central axis. So adults, most of the adults have a round shaped body or cylindrical body, so that they exhibit a radial symmetry, and they are coelomate animals. Coelomate, they possess a true coelom or a true body cavity, and they are triploblastic in nature. Triploblastic means three germ layers such as ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm are present. The body is unsegmented. And they are also known as non-chordates. They have no notochords in them. The specific features. First of all, they have a complete digestive system with the mouth and anus. Complete digestive system. But it has a peculiar feature. The mouth is located on the ventral side and the anus is on the dorsal side. The next one, they have a specific water vascular system in the body. Water vascular system. This water vascular system is used for locomotion. Locomotion means movement. Then capture and transport of food. Transport of food and respiration. but they do not have an excretory system. So, excretory system is absent. Then these animals are dioecious animals, that means sexes are separate. Dioecious, and the fertilization is external. External fertilization. That means fertilization takes place outside the body, inside the water. And the development is indirect with the free swimming larva. Indirect development with a free swimming larva. These are the specific features of the phylum Echinodermata. Let's study the examples of the phylum Echinodermata. First of all, Asterias or starfish, Echinus or sea urchin, Antedon or sea lily, Cucumeria or sea cucumber, Ophiura or brittle star. Next, let's study the characteristic features of the phylum Hemichordata. This is the last phylum in the category of non-chordates. This phylum was one of the subphyla of the phylum Chordata, but now it is placed under non-chordates. These animals are worm-like animals. Their habitat is marine. They have organ system level, that means they have different types of organ system, circulatory system, digestive system, excretory system, etc. Bilaterally symmetrical, body can be divided into equal halves. Triploblastic, 3 germ layers like ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm are present. Coelomates, they are eucoelomates or true coelomates, as they have a true body cavity. The body is unsegmented and are non-chordates. And they have a cylindrical body. The body has 3 distinct parts such as proboscis, collar and trunk. They have open circulatory system. There are no blood vessels to transport the blood. The respiratory organs are gills. Gills are used for gaseous exchange. The excretory organs are proboscis glands. The sexes are separate. And fertilization takes place in the external medium, and the development is indirect with the larval stage. Examples are Balanoglossus and Saccoglossus. With this, I conclude my session. Thank you and have nice moments.